Another secret about Igbo king in Ghana. Just listen to me very careful. This man, he came from Nigeria 1995 when he was released from prison, Imo State.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Delphine and I'm super excited returning back to you. Secret about Igbo king in Ghana has been revealed. You and I know that for the past weeks now, I think it's up to a month, there have been buzz bars between Nigerians and Ghanaians tackling this Igbo king issue, Nigeria must go thing and all. So this very Igbo king has been, coming out to say he's innocent, and so many Igbos too were, coming out to defend him, saying he's a good man, Igbos are good, they're just here trying to build Ghana, blah, blah, blah. Some other Ghanaians came out to say that, oh, he owned a business here, Ghanaians cannot do without this man. If this very man goes, it will be like, I see Ghanaians will never, like, everything in Ghana will be closed if this man is not in Ghana or when they send him back to Nigeria. So another secret about this Igbo king has been revealed, and this one will shake the table, especially those people that are in support of this very Igbo king. Yeah, let me be specific, fake Igbo king, right? It's going to be so disappointing to them. And guys, guess what? I love what is happening, because when you try to put some fire for innocent people to fall in it, at the end of the day, you are the one that will fall into the fire. That is what is going on here. God sees the heart of Ghanaians. They are very good people. They welcome people into their country with a good heart, but people who are coming in are coming with a bad motive, and God is going to continue bringing them out one by one. So I'm so glad that this very secret about this very Igbo king is out, and it's a win-win. Yes, I would say it's a win-win to Ghanaian youth, because they are the ones, doing all of this. I will not say Ghanaian government, because we are waiting for the government to do something about this very Igbo king. They just want the government to come out and say a word, but the government are delaying. They have not said anything about it, and it's bringing commotion, and youth are suspecting otherwise. But then I'm glad that I got this very video, and the person was like, make sure you react to it this morning and post. Yeah, I give the good news to Ghanaians. That's why I'm here. As you can see, look at my eye, it's swollen. I did not even had enough sleep, but the person's call woke me up, and he directed me to AB radios, and news coming from this very guy is always legit. So I trust him 100%, and I believe you too do. So please go and support him. Yeah, this is his TikTok account. Go and support him any way you can. Before we go ahead, I would love to apologize for the background noise. You guys will be hearing some sound, motorbikes, children in school. Yeah, I have a school just around my house. Is just by the roadside, so I'm sorry about that. Pardon with me. So guys, let's get right into the video. I hope you're ready. Let's watch it together, and at the end of it, I'd love you to drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's get right into it, and I will be right back.
Another secret about Igbo king in Ghana. Just listen to me very careful. There is something going on about this issue, Igbo king in Ghana, Igbo chief in Ghana. This man, he came from Nigeria 1995 when he was released from prison, Imo State.
Now, wow.
He then located to Ghana to start some cassette business.
So now from prison,
this man was selling cassette in Ghana, whether CD or cassette player. He was selling in Ghana in 1995 when he was released from Imo State prison. He came to Ghana to settle there. And then during the process, he managed to get a Ghanaian nice lady, and then married her. He then found himself that the business that he was doing is not enough for him, so he wanted to establish another business by bringing so many ladies from Nigeria to come and do Ashawo business in Ghana. So this man started with this Ashawo business when he saw that the business is very good, and then he decided to establish or open his wings by bringing Yahoo boys. When he was in Nigeria, he was doing Yahoo boys business with them. So this man started bringing Yahoo boys in Ghana, because that time, that was 1995. At that time, he thought Ghana, at that time, it wasn't easy, and it wasn't easy for you to do that Yahoo. Ghana boys, they don't know how to do Yahoo boys, what do you call it? But so this man bringing a lot of Nigerian guys to come and do Yahoo boys job in Ghana. So he employed a lot of them for them to do that kind of business for him. So he was earning a lot of money with that kind of business. So he opened his wings very wide because he saw that that business is very good, because Ghanaians, they don't know how to do business at that time. Until recently, those people who came from Nigeria to do that Yahoo boys, they train Ghanaians for them also to know how to do Yahoo boys. So when you go to Ghana now, it's not only the Nigerians are doing Yahoo job, but Ghanaians also are attaching to them. They are doing a lot of Yahoo job, scamming people, snatching cars. There are so many things going on, all because of this Igbo chief that he called himself as a king in Ghana. So we are telling you the fact. So this man is a very dangerous man, because he said clearly that he's an IBO. He joined IBO, so he support them. That IBO is a Igbo Biafra organization. He is with them. So all those kind of money that he's earning, so many things. He said he's had about 11 business, but when you go to Google online or try to search his business, you can't find anything. You can't find anything. That kind of business that he's talking about, you can't find anything. I don't know whether the Ghanaians, we are forgetting soon. Do we remember the Togoland issue? This Togoland issue started the same thing. This Togoland issue started the same thing. So we are sitting down in Ghana and then allow this man to torment Ghanaians. Look at what is going on now. Everywhere in Ghana, everybody is panicking. People are afraid to go out to do ends meet. It's not easy at all in Ghana now. It's sad though. Even taxi driver, they can't work nighttime because they're afraid for people to snatch their car. Scammers also everywhere in Ghana. Everywhere, every corner in Ghana. So these people now, they are changing their strategies. They are changing their strategies because they know that Ghana, Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi, and those central areas, that's where they can do their business. But now they see that police are chasing them everywhere. Now they are extending their wings to northern parts. So these people are now going to northern part, because that place, the security is not tight over there. So they started their business in northern part. So Ghanaians, we need to be very careful. So we are joking. One day, something will happen to us. And then we will say that, oh, Ghana, what is going on? Yeah, something will come on. Something will come on sooner. Because let me give you 5-10 years coming. You see how Ghana will be. You see how Ghana will be. So we shouldn't sit down and allow Mr. Igbo, or what do you call it, Mr. Igbo King, to destroy our nation. He knows what he's doing. He got power from sources. He got a lot of sources from somewhere. Some people are behind him doing all those things. And then now all the presidency, they have sitting down doing nothing about this case. And then the youth, also they don't have much power to do what they want to do.
You think so?
So as a Ghanaian, I'm urging you for we to stand up and fight for our freedom. Because freedom starts from somewhere. Mandela started from somewhere and end up somewhere. We too, we need to start from somewhere and end up somewhere. That will bring joy, happiness to our Ghanaians people. Our mothers, our children, we are afraid when they are going out. Day in, day out, their daily job is at stake. We don't know what to do now. Ghanaians, we need to sit down. We need to sit down and do much for our country.
You're right, sir.
Thank you so much for your time. Listen and watching the program. Share, like, and comment. And let us all build Ghana. Ghana belongs to you. Ghana belongs to me. Building nation is depend on you. Building nation is depend on me. Togetherness, we can make it. Let's rise up and fight for our freedom. Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. So guys, you have seen for yourself, right? This is what is happening right now. The Igbo King's secret has been revealed. Yeah, so this is just the information I had for you today. And I feel this video deserves to be shared so people will know this new update about the Igbo King. Yes, we already know that he was in Ghana to sell cassette, but we do not know that he was an ex-convict, right? Nobody knows that he was an ex-convict. Look at how this man got his information. He even know where he was being imprisoned. So you can imagine. One thing I observed about Nigeria, they can't go to Cotonou. Why? Because Cotonou is a French-speaking country. They can't go to Togo because Togo is a French-speaking country. So they prefer to pass those two countries and come to Ghana because Ghana is an English-speaking country, right? So all those people who are tripping into Ghana, most of them are ex-convict. Guys, Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If that's it, then Ghana is become a hiding place for, people that are doing crimes. Because any little thing, like if someone escaped from prison or someone is on their own, the only country the person can think of coming is Ghana. So this person was an ex-convict. They released him from prison, and where he think of coming was Ghana. He came to Ghana and established himself. And the most annoying thing is that he did not even establish himself the right way. He engaged himself by doing all manners of things that is not welcoming in Ghana. Can you imagine you bringing ashawo girls, like girls from Nigeria, to Ghana to do ashawo? And I know for sure that percentage will be given to you. Why would you do that? And most times, those ladies they bring, they are from their states. Yes, they are from their states. People who are engaging themselves into all those kind of things are eager to make money. I don't know why you cannot wait for the right time. Like, okay, keep hustling and wait for the right time for you to get that amount, like that money. But you want everything fast. Why are we like that? Why are we like that? And such a thing is coming from most times Igbo people. They are the ones that love doing those kind of things. They love money. Okay, look for money the right way, but no, you just want fast money. You just want fast money, so you can go as far as even paying people. That's very bad. It's very bad. Now, I'm not going to blame any Ghanaian for doing whatever he's doing, like to Nigerians right now. What Ghanaian youth are doing to Nigerians, I'm not blaming them for that, because they've been patient for a very long time. They've been accommodating all this shit from us. Now is the right time. Like, it's the time for them to come out. Yeah, so nobody should come and be saying Ghanaians are like this, Ghanaians are like that. No. This is their right. It's their right. No one should stop them from doing what they are doing. You and I know Ghana is peaceful. So why can't we come and make it more peaceful? But we are here causing commotion. Every day. This, that. Every story is attached to it. Why? Why is it that every country is rejecting Nigerians, if not our bad character? Why is it that it's not just Ghana rejecting Nigerians, but every country? Every country. Has it gotten to that? That even African countries are sending us out of their countries? Why? Even though you want to do some things, you are doing it to white people. It's understandable. I'm not saying it's good, but it's understandable. You have some excuses to give, but you are doing it to your brothers. Your brothers, black skin. Why? What kind of heart do you have? You have the right to even kill somebody. You buy somebody as if the person don't have a family, as if the person don't have a relative, or blood is not running through the person's vein, like you. It's unfair. Nobody should come and blame Ghanaians for what they are doing. This Igbo king, look at him. Look at him. Look at the empire he built here in Ghana. With people's money. Because for all I'm concerned, it's not his money. If what this man is saying, Abbey Radio, if what he's saying is true, he came here empty-handed. He decided to soak himself into doing all manners of stuff that is against the law. Me, I just hope everything people are saying, they have proof of it, so they will bring him down. But if there's no proof, then I don't think there's any progress in this movement. I just hope and pray that they have proof backing them up. That's just my prayers right now, because anybody that is involving himself into all manners of crimes, the person deserves to be punished. No matter who you are, you should be punished for your crimes. Because the innocent ones are tired. They are tired of being punished of what they do not know anything about. I don't know why I'm this bitter, but it's unfair. It's unfair. I'm putting myself into Ghanaian shoes. This is our peaceful Ghana. The peaceful Ghana everybody knows. Why do you want to come and spoil? After you are done spoiling your countries, people who don't want to even visit Nigeria right now, who want to go to Nigeria right now, the insecurity is something else. Who want to go to Nigeria and get killed? So now you are running to Ghana instead of you to hold on to the peace that you are having here. But you are here trying to destroy Ghana the same way you've destroyed your country. It's unfair. It's unfair. Enough is enough. I am standing with Ghanaian youth. The peace that has been in Ghana since the day of Kwame Nkrumah, we want that peace to remain. Nobody can come and tarnish that peace. I'm standing with Ghanaian youth, and we will fight to the end. Yes, all those bad energies will be cleared out of Ghana. We don't need you guys here. We don't care if your companies, you have series of companies here. Pack your companies and go. We don't care. We don't care. So guys, everything that has a beginning also has an end. I've come to the end of my video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Do want to like, subscribe to the channel, share this video to as many eyes out there. I believe they'll watch and learn from it. I love you guys always. Bye bye.